Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be going over the team of Cofagrigous and Scrafty, but instead we're going to put Vigoroth in the safe swap spot. I said I was going to try this out, and yeah, I tried it out for maybe 4 or 5 sets, so I'm just going to show one here, but I went 3-2 in all the sets, I think, except for this one, and yeah, let's go ahead and get into the game. So if you haven't, definitely hit that subscribe button. It helps me out so much here on YouTube. And let's get into it. Again, I am only going to show one set here. This was the best set I had. Yeah, this team's actually pretty nice. It lets you safe swap into Scrafty, right? Unless you miss the swap. Oof. Luckily they did switch. It is a Beedrill. So actually Beedrill and Scrafty actually have really good coverage together, which not a lot of people know, but yeah, it is really good. So it could be like Hypno in the back is something I'm thinking, since Hypno and Scrafty have perfect coverage together. I'm going to shield this. The first time I didn't expect a drill run to come through. I thought they were just going to bait. I'm going to go up to a second body slam probably, or close. Oh, no, I don't. I definitely should have. I guess at this point I thought they would have shielded, and I think they end up not shielding. Oh, they do end up shielding. So we'll outpace them to this next body slam. So we'll either force the shield or get... Oh, I lied. All right, I played these games a while ago. Maybe I'm thinking, this is a drill run? Oh, that's not good. All right, well, we have to come back in, Cofagrigous. I think I'm just going to go for a farm down. Even if they throw a drill run at us, it'll probably put us to like 30% or something like this. But we'll have a lot of farm here. Shadow Ball actually does decent damage into Scrafty, so, you know, trying to gain something there. All right, I'm back to recording. I have turned Slack notifications off. Those are the beeps you might have been hearing. Yeah, someone was messaging me. I usually turn everything off, but my bad. All right, back at it again. Let's see. Throwing the Shadow Ball into Scrafty. Yep, okay. Getting it a little lower with this, and then it's Abomasnow. I'll probably just shield the Abomasnow. It's the last hard-hitting thing that's left. I actually am getting like a flashback of this game. So I played this game 2 or 3 days ago. I just haven't been at my computer to edit anything. So all the videos you saw I edited like 3 days ago. I actually had a ton of up front. I do remember there was lag in this game, but they wouldn't have beaten us either way. I think they end up going for a Weather Ball here. They might have been trying to go for 2, and then now they just can't. Oh, they don't even get a Weather Ball off. Yeah, that's GG. But we were going to win this game almost assuredly, because we would have still had the shield on the Cofagrigous, and we would have got another Shadow Ball off, which would have KO'd the Scrafty there. So they come in Drifloon, and I'm like, well, I can't come in Vigoroth because this is just horrific. So I guess I'll just go for the Shadow Ball and make a call on whether or not they're going to Shadow Ball or Icy Wind. And I'm just going to call that the Icy Wind and go for the no shield, right? They've way over farmed. So this is already a sign of Icy Wind, in my opinion. I mean, maybe it's not. Maybe it's literally 50-50, and we'll have no idea. And now an Icy Wind would KO me anyways. So I'm going to try to go for as much farm as I can here. And we do have the Shadow Ball as well. They do sneak it in. I do need to keep this alive just in case they have a fighter in the back, which is why I'm throwing right away actually. And then I'm probably just going to switch right into Vigoroth. Ends up being a Bastiodon. Okay, that's really good for me to take. And then I forgot, look at my moveset here on Vigoroth. I used this in factions maybe 2 splits ago or something, and I forgot Bulldoze literally did nothing, so I had Brick Break on it. You do not want Brick Break. You need that coverage for Vigoroth, for everything, to be honest. Brick Break's actually terrible, and even though Bulldoze is also terrible, at least there's some sort of coverage there, with instead of your counters already doing basically all of the fighting damage you need. No need to supplement it with Brick Break. So definitely going to come in with the Coffin and just take a move if he throws a move, and then come in Scrafty, farm down, go for the Power Punch on the Bastiodon. That's just GG. And even if they threw a Mud Bomb at, or even if they threw a Sludge Bomb at Scrafty, that would not be enough to win them this game. Bastiodon would need like Brave Bird, I think, to win this game. Even then, I like Scrafty's odds. Yeah, Scrafty definitely going to beat this Bastion. If you noticed, I put my IVs to the left. I don't know how many times I'm going to put the IVs to the left. It actually takes a lot of work for me to do that. Luckily, I don't really change up my Pokemon too much, so that's the only reason I've kept doing it, because half the job's done, or a third of it at least. And we'll see what happens in the end. Empoleon, we saw in the last video when I was using Munchlax that Empoleon's really annoying. But with Vigoroth, you actually force the switch no matter what, which is interesting. And then I don't really know this matchup too well. The best part about it is that they're using Air Slash, which we're not an actual fighting type. We're one of those pseudo fighting types, so I'm not too worried about it. We do get hit by the foul plays though, since we aren't fighting. So a little give, a little take. But I actually probably could have let this foul play go. But I thought about what would happen if I get farmed. Can I get farmed down if they double shield, and if I take that foul play? And in my mind, I thought the answer was yes. Realistically, I do not know this matchup as far as like PvP sims or on PvPoke.com, the sims. Vigoroth is not a safe swap that I use often, so there's definitely going to be a lot of matches that I don't know. Obviously, I know the basics, but like fighting into steel, obviously, everyone knows this. I think I still have freaking Brick Break. I change it in one of these games, I promise you, but I know I forget for a few games. Okay, we have Bulldoze. We're good. I try to farm a little bit, but I don't actually want to get over-farmed here. We might actually get to see what they have in the back if they don't go for the shield. If they do go for the shield, maybe I come in Scrafty and I just start working. They actually come in Venusaur, so this is great for me. I at least know their team. I'm going to get this Body Slam off. Definitely not going to get the next one off unless they try to go for a farm down, which they could decide to do. But at that point, I think Scrafty would win this game. Really good swap here into Empoleon. I guess I'm going to end up saving this for later. I could use it as a sack swap for the Venusaur, which has 1,000,000 energy. Going to come in Scrafty. Going to take a Drill Peck here, but going to go for the full farm down, no pup, so that we can have foul play against Venusaur. We still have to get rid of that shield. Yeah, best case scenario, they don't throw on Venusaur because we would lose CMP here and we don't have a shield. So we do see a Vine Whip come through. I'm going for the bait so that I'm just trying to do damage to it at this point. So even the counter damage is going to build up. I can go to another power-up punch. I just need to get Cofagrigous in there and, start doing fast damage. Because at this point, I think we did take the shield. And I still have the sack swap, so that's something to take note of. But I can definitely take one Frenzy Plant. Maybe they just don't get to 2. Anyways. This Venusaur is just so low, right? So even if I come in Vigoroth right now, it would still farm this down. So, that's what I end up doing. Nice. The actual reason I switched there was in case they had a back-to-back and they were just getting desperate, because they're so low HP, they definitely are getting desperate. But also they were low enough that, like I said, counter would take them out. All right, Medicham lead. They come in with Zapdos, and now I'm like, what do I do? I'm going to throw a Shadow Ball, and then I think I'm going to switch to Vigoroth to try to push this down with Body Slams. I need to make sure that I can maintain that Medicham matchup at some point. We do have a shield advantage. Thunder is tough. I think a Thunder from a Shadow Zapdos will KO. I don't know that Thunderbolt would KO, but it would definitely leave us low, and I know that I can outpace, even though they have this huge, massive energy lead. If they go for another Thunderbolt, I'll definitely go for the shield. They shielded, so I feel fine shielding this. And they're getting super low. Even though these counters are resisted, Zapdos, even before the shadow damage, before extra shadow damage getting taken, or extra damage being taken because it's shadow, this is definitely a Drill Peck. Counter is still doing a ton because it is already just one of the more frail Pokemon in Great League. And now we just counter down. I've got a Body Slam and a half if the Medicham comes back in. actually ends up being the Sableye, which is kind of worse because this, I mean, it's not worse because now I know what's in the back at least. Now I know what I need to do to win this game. And that was so sick, actually. He used Sableye to just soak the damage, but it does leave me with the full knowledge of his team and what I need to do here. And he gets a move off here. I really should be going over the Shadow Ball by a decent amount. But I know I have Scrafty too, and I probably could just win with Scrafty. So I go over a little bit. Go for the one shot here on the Shadow Ball. Super effective against Metacham. And then I should probably switch out. Yeah, I am switching out. And then just go straight Foul Play. Foul Play won't KO. And he's got a little bit of an energy lead with the Shadow Claws onto the Vigoroth when he came in. But, so the way that it works in the 0 is they can hit you with a return, but you still don't die, I think, to the next Foul Play. It's actually close because the Shadow Claws do a lot of damage. But you should be able to get to a Foul Play Power-Up Punch, and that should be very close to KOing. And depending on if extra moves get through and such, you do end up KOing one counter after the Power-Up Punch, I believe. So the Foul Play will KO us, but it'll leave him at 0 energy. And then Cofagrigous would just farm down. Shadow Claw is still neutral there, and they end up leaving. All right, so last game here, rank 12. I don't know what rank I actually am right now. I want to say 14, but definitely we need to just switch right away because we need to lock this Abomasnow in with something else. Ends up staying in here. I don't end up throwing this Body Slam, and I definitely regret that. It's Shadow, but this is my safe swap. I don't care too much about it. They could come in with a water type, probably a Zimmeral. If they had Jellicent, would they come in here? I don't think so. Both of us would double resist everything except for Bulldoze and Bubble Beam, and possibly Ice Beam if they have an Ice Beam. So my thought is still they could have Jellicent in the back. They could have Sableye in the back. They could have Swampert in the back. These are the 3 big ones. Sometimes these people run Pelipper, but not usually. Those are the ones I think's possibly in the back, though. I don't really want to shield this. I'll only shield if they show me Hydro Pump. But if this lands, I may actually just go into Scrafty game plan here, aka no shields here. So I probably don't go for a shield here on the Coffin. Because I'm kind of all in on Scrafty. Scrafty can even take this out if I wanted to. Ends up going for an Ice Beam, so they're a little overcharged here. Even if they hit us with another Ice Beam, I probably... Okay, well, if they're going to let me get to this, I'm going to throw, but I probably don't shield if they go for an Ice Beam. And if it KOs, it KOs. And like I said, I'm all in on Scrafty at this point. My mind is pretty made up. Most of these teams run something very weak to Scrafty in the back. Like I said, Jellicent, Swampert... Swampert, obviously, in the 2 shields, very weak. Sableye. And this is tough. So Sableye can win the 2 shield by double baiting with foul plays. But I always shield this. And I think we do end up getting baited here. Something weird actually happens here because I think I actually end up going for straight foul plays, which you should not be able to get to 3 foul plays on Scrafty. If they go foul play, return, they should still make it to the return. And for some reason here, and I don't see any extra moves get through on either side. For some reason here, I actually beat them to the return. And I obviously go for another shield here for sure. Yeah, I go for the shield. Yeah, and then I hit them with this foul play. And I believe they win CMP as well. I don't know. That's what I think, at least. All right, and then it's, yeah, this Scrafty is just going to do a ton of damage. Weather Ball from a Shadow. Yeah, probably KOs from here, but this is so low, and Cofagrigous still has... Well, he doesn't actually have that much HP. Actually, this is close. Ends up not KOing, and that's just the game because I already hit him with the power-up punch. Obviously, Abomasnow wins CMP, has a pretty high attack stat, in general, and that's GG. So yeah, I went 5-0 with this team. This was actually the first time of me trying this team out. And like I said, I used it for probably 4 or 5 sets after this. Then I tried some remix the next day. But yeah, it's pretty good with the Vigoroth, if that's the way you want to go. If you like double counter in the back, versus if you like a lick damage user or something like this. Definitely worth trying out if you have a Vigoroth. I definitely have a high rank Vigoroth. I think like I said, I think it's like 2 or 3. I think it's 1, 2, or 3 rank. There was a Vigoroth community day like 2 years ago, I think. And yeah, that's the one I'm using. So thank you so much for your support on this channel, and thank you so much for your support on Patreon. Patrick Wong, Rodrigo, Cal, Marlon, Day, Josh Lambert, and Norris JT791. And I will see you in the next one.